The Arctic. Glaciers, once mighty rivers of ice, are shrinking at an alarming rate. Their meltwater pours into rising seas. This is not a scene from a dystopian future, it is the stark reality of our warming world. The situation is urgent. The Earth's temperature is rising and the consequences are far-reaching and devastating. The signs are everywhere, from extreme weather events to the slow, steady creep of sea levels. We must face this crisis head-on, understanding its causes and embracing solutions. The future of our planet depends on the choices we make today. We must act, and we must act now. The roots of our current predicament lie in the Industrial Revolution. Factories and machines powered by coal, oil and natural gas reshaped human civilization. These fossil fuels became the engine of modern society. They fueled our homes, powered our industries and drove our vehicles. But this progress came at a hidden cost. The burning of fossil fuels releases greenhouse gases, primarily carbon dioxide, into the atmosphere. This marked the beginning of anthropogenic climate change. To comprehend the impact of greenhouse gases, we must delve into the science of the greenhouse effect. This natural process regulates Earth's temperature, making it habitable for life. Sunlight passes through the atmosphere and warms the Earth's surface. Some of this heat is radiated back into space. However, certain gases in the atmosphere trap some of this outgoing heat. This trapped heat warms the planet, much like the glass walls of a greenhouse. Human activities have dramatically increased the concentration of greenhouse gases. This enhanced greenhouse effect is leading to a rapid increase in global temperatures. The burning of fossil fuels remains the primary driver of global warming. Our insatiable appetite for energy continues to pump massive amounts of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. Deforestation exacerbates the problem. Trees act as carbon sinks, absorbing carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. When forests are destroyed, this stored carbon is released back into the atmosphere. Agriculture, particularly livestock farming, is another significant contributor. Cows produce methane, a potent greenhouse gas. These human activities have pushed our planet to the brink. The consequences of global warming are unfolding around us right now, affecting every corner of the globe. Extreme weather events have become the new normal, with hurricanes, tornadoes and windstorms causing unprecedented damage. Heat waves are becoming more frequent and intense, pushing temperatures to record highs and making summers unbearable. Droughts are parching farmlands, threatening food security and the livelihoods of millions of farmers. The oceans are warming at an alarming rate, leading to widespread coral bleaching and endangering marine life. This warming is leading to the melting of glaciers and ice sheets, contributing to rising sea levels. Rising sea levels threaten coastal communities and island nations, putting millions at risk of displacement. The warmer waters are causing more intense hurricanes and typhoons, resulting in devastating storm surges and flooding. The delicate balance of ecosystems is being disrupted, with rainforests and coral reefs particularly hard hit. Species are struggling to adapt, with many facing extinction as their habitats change or disappear entirely. The future impacts of unchecked global warming are even more dire, with scientists warning of severe consequences. Scientists warn of catastrophic sea level rise, which could displace millions of people and submerge entire cities. The choices we make today will determine the fate of generations to come. By taking action now, we can mitigate these impacts and create a sustainable future. The scale of the climate crisis can feel overwhelming, but it is not insurmountable. We are at a critical juncture where our actions can make a significant difference. We have the knowledge, technology and resources to avert the worst impacts of global warming. By harnessing the power of innovation and scientific advancements, we can create a sustainable future. Transitioning to renewable energy sources is paramount. Solar, wind and hydroelectric power are not just alternatives, they are the future of energy. We must break free from our dependence on fossil fuels. The pollution from these sources is a major contributor to climate change and air quality issues. Governments must implement policies that incentivize renewable energy production. Legislative support can accelerate the transition and make clean energy more accessible to everyone. Energy efficiency is another crucial piece of the puzzle. Simple changes, like using energy-efficient appliances and improving home insulation, can have a big impact. Reducing our energy consumption is essential for mitigating climate change. Every small action, like turning off lights when not in use, adds up to significant energy savings. Protecting and restoring forests is crucial. Forests act as carbon sinks, absorbing CO2 from the atmosphere and helping to regulate the climate. Trees are our allies in the fight against climate change. They provide oxygen, improve air quality and support biodiversity. We must halt deforestation and invest in reforestation efforts. Planting trees and restoring natural habitats can reverse some of the damage done. Sustainable agriculture practices can also play a significant role. By adopting methods that protect the soil and reduce emissions, farmers can contribute to a healthier planet. The climate crisis is a defining challenge of our time. It affects every corner of the globe, from the melting ice caps in the Arctic to the polluted industrial areas in our cities. The signs are all around us, and they are impossible to ignore. The science is clear, the urgency is undeniable. Experts have been sounding the alarm for decades, and now we are witnessing the consequences of inaction. Wildfires rage, glaciers melt, and sea levels rise, threatening communities and ecosystems. This is not a problem for future generations to solve. It is a problem we must confront now. Our children and grandchildren are counting on us to take decisive action. The time to act is not tomorrow, but today. The choices we make today will determine the future of our planet. Investing in renewable energy sources like wind and solar power can help reduce our dependence on fossil fuels and mitigate the effects of climate change. We must demand action from our leaders. They have the power to implement policies that can drive significant change. We need them to prioritize the environment and commit to sustainable practices. We must make our voices heard, advocating for a just and equitable transition. By participating in rallies, community meetings and signing petitions, we can push for policies that protect our planet and ensure a fair transition for all. Every individual has a role to play. Simple actions like planting trees, recycling and reducing plastic use can collectively make a significant impact. Our daily choices matter. We can reduce our carbon footprints by embracing sustainable transportation options. Biking, using electric vehicles, and relying on public transport are all ways to decrease our reliance on fossil fuels. We can support businesses and organizations committed to sustainability. By choosing to buy from eco-friendly companies and shopping at farmers' markets, we can encourage more sustainable practices in the marketplace. The climate crisis is a collective problem that demands collective action. Community cleanups, gardening projects and international cooperation are all essential in our fight against climate change. Let us rise to the occasion and be the generation that turns the tide against climate change. Together, we can create a sustainable future for ourselves and for generations to come.